Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new, hi, my name is Erica. I make videos all about handbags, lifestyle, beauty, and decor. And if you've not yet, I really appreciate it if you'd like this video and subscribe. Today, guys, I am going to be talking about this beautiful Kurt Geiger bag, which is the Kurt Geiger Large Kensington Crocheted bag, which is one of the hottest spring trends of 2022 is the crocheted look. And then ultimately, I'm going to be sharing why I'm returning it. So stick around and let's discuss. And most importantly, let's get into the bag. Okay guys, today I am going to be talking all about the Kurt Geiger Crocheted Large Kensington bag. I happened to find this on Nordstrom and I immediately fell in love with it, and I think it's pretty easy to see why. This bag is so fun, so colorful, and it just has such a fun patterns, designs, colors, everything you could want this bag has. However, I will ultimately be returning it, and it was a very, very conflicted decision. I actually still am super conflicted on my decision, and I'll tell you why later. But the way we're going to set up this video is this. I'm going to provide you with some general details and a close-up of this bag. Something that Nordstrom, I think, failed to do with this bag is to really give you adequate information and details on this bag. There's very few pictures. When I was looking, there was not even dimensions listed, and there was only one review, and she said it was a decent size but didn't tell you how big. And then also, I want to fill this bag for you so you can get an idea of what this bag holds, and I'm going to compare it to my XXL Kensington in leather, so you can kind of get an idea about how big this bag is in comparison to the XXL leather Kensingtons. And recently they just dropped this bag in an XXL Kensington, but it doesn't have this like pattern or look. It's a little different. The bag is massive. It's so huge. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about why I am returning it. So definitely stick around to the end. The first thing, guys, is let's talk about the general details of this bag. First and foremost, look at this outside. We have so many fun colors, so many fun patterns. We have the very signature Crested Eagle by Kurt Geiger. He has these on all of his bags, some this size, some a little larger. And then on either side, we have more patchwork. We have aliens, but in different colors on each side. And then going on the back, we kind of maintain those patterns and those colors. This bag has no feet and it has one strap. I will also model this bag for you so you can see it, but it is neither adjustable nor removable. And the top is this like leather like shoulder strap here, so we don't have the chain detail throughout the whole strap. Going into the bag for you, this is a double magnetic button closure. I have stuffed it, so we'll take the stuffing out. As you can kind of see, this bag really does pull when it is empty, so we're gonna try and get it to stay up. But here is the signature Kurt Geiger tag. We have one slip compartment on the back of the bag, and then we have this very fun yellow and black lining, which I feel like is coming up pretty muted on camera, but I assure you in real life, it's actually a very pretty yellow color. And then just because we're closer, get a look at that eagle on the front. So we love, love, love that. And then on the other side, switching the bag over, we have no other compartments within the bag. Now, just so you have measurements, if you do decide to purchase this bag, you will know how big it is. This bag is 11 inches wide. It has got a height of about 8 inches, and its depth is about 4 1/4 inches. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and model this bag for you now. I am 5'5" for reference, so you can get an idea of what it looks on my 5'5" frame. Now that you've got some general dimensions, you have some general details and a close-up of the bag, and you also see what it looks on my 5'5" frame, let's go ahead and stuff this bag with my things so you can get an idea of how much this bag holds. And I'm gonna go grab my XXL Kensington bag. So once this bag is full, I will compare the two size-wise next to each other so you can see how big of a difference there is between the XXL and the large. Okay guys, this is what the bag looks like full, so you can see it really does kind of take on the shape of whatever you fill it with. This bag does have a very good carry capacity. I would say it doesn't look very big, but carries big. I wouldn't say this is my Mary Poppins bag by any stretch of the means, but I am surprised with how much it does hold while maintaining kind of like a medium bag look to it. Now inside, this is what it looks like. I have my beauty pouch, my Erin Condren notebook, my Hobo International wallet. I have some few bits and bobs like vitamins and a Flint roller on the side. And in the one pocket, I have my work badge, my vaccine card, and I have some cash and some change. And so actually, I really don't have to sacrifice a whole heck of a lot to get into this bag. So it's definitely one of those bags that holds a lot. Now let me go ahead and grab my XXL Kensington, also in rainbow, but all in leather, so you can see the difference between the bags themselves. So this is my XXL Kensington in the rainbow leather. So as you can see, there is definitely a size difference between the XXL and the large. So as you can see, there is a massive size difference, especially in the height of the two bags, with the XXL Kensington standing much taller. In terms of its width, we have a little bit more of on the Kensington, I would say another 2 or 3 inches. I will provide both bag details in the description box down below should you be interested. And then going on the bottom, we have this width and we have this one. So definitely a much bigger width on the XXL Kensington. If you would like any additional information on the XXL Kensington, I will leave the what's in my bag of this particular bag in the description box below. And then I have an additional XXL in the puffy leather that I've actually done a full on review on. So I will also leave that in the description box down below. And I will follow up with how both of these bags have held up in the year, well, more than a year that I've had them. But getting back to this guy, because we have come to the point in the video of why I am returning it. So I mentioned that I was very conflicted, and I still am. And as the bag is just full and it matches my rainbow stripe outfit, I still don't want to return it. I love this bag. It's truly one of the most, if not the most unique bag I have in my collection. I would say it's a very me bag. It's very colorful, it's loud, it's patterned. It's definitely it's a topic bag. It is like an art piece, and it is one that turns heads. I get so many compliments the few times that I have carried it. But it is with those carries that I have determined that I don't know how much I want to keep it. And let me tell you why. So the first and foremost reason is the handle. I do think that the strap is too short for a crossbody and too long for a shoulder bag. And neither way that you carry it is particularly comfortable, or I think very nice. Like, I just genuinely dislike the strap length. It's not necessarily for me. With that being said, when you pick up the bag, I feel like it creates this like dip, as you can kind of see. So when I want to go into the bag, like so, I feel like everything is just sort of scrunched in and difficult to get in and out of. So I actually have to place the bag down, open it up, kind of stick my items back inside, and then button it shut. So with the U shape that it kind of dips into, I'm really struggling with that. I struggle with that because when I go into a store and I want to get in and out very quickly, I don't like to have to put my purse down, rearrange everything, because it's just so cinched that I can't get in and out of it. And I just think that due to the way this bag is designed with the single strap, that's like really what's causing it. I think just because of the material and how it's made and just the strap, like it's just not one of those bags that I feel like is just well designed in terms of its carry. It's a perfect design to just sit on a shelf and look pretty. I'm very curious if I were to take a lot of the stuff out, like how that would change it. So a big thing I'm gonna take out is my beauty pouch. Let's see, because I really do pack this bag full. So first and foremost, it becomes a little bit more difficult to button it. It loses its shape without things in it. So if you don't like a slouchy bag, I would definitely take that into consideration. And when I try to hold it, it still makes that like U shape in the bag. And I think, again, it's just due to this handle. So I think overall it's a difficult bag to carry. And I do just genuinely find myself annoyed with it when I take it out. If I'm leaving it on my desk to kind of get in and out of it throughout the day when I'm at work, it's no problem. But a bag is designed to be used and not just sit on a table. And when I'm out in the wild with my bags and I feel like a bag doesn't function for me, it's just one that I don't gravitate towards. Now, this bag does come at a pretty hefty price point in my opinion. It is $225. I think if this bag were a little cheaper, I'd be more willing to keep it. But $225 for something that's not really leather, that is crocheted material. Now, don't get me wrong, the material is nice, it's vibrant, it's beautiful, and I understand it takes a lot to make something like this. However, I just think ultimately, it's not worth the price point if the bag annoys me, in my opinion. Again, if it was maybe a $60, $70, $80 bag, even a $100 bag, I think I would have an easier time psychologically keeping that. But to spend that kind of money on a bag that just really doesn't work for my lifestyle is just not something I'm willing to do or willing to keep. So ultimately, and it is with great sadness, that I will be returning it. And I know you probably are all thinking like, what is wrong with you? And I understand. And I do want you to know I love this bag, and it really is conflicting. Like, I am so tempted to keep it, but I also don't want to keep something so expensive that ultimately won't see the use. And I do think in comparison with the leather versions, it's just, it doesn't carry as well. I think a way to fix it is to somehow do a dual handle. I think that would help this bag a lot. They do actually have a hobo bag in this very same pattern that is two-handled, and I'm very tempted with it. It's a little cheaper, and it has that kind of like style that I really love, but simultaneously I don't know its measurements, and I would be willing to bet it's a little smaller, and I don't know if I'm willing to go smaller. I do really like this size, so I'm very, very torn, and we'll see. Now, I want to say this about it. I never want my return videos to influence you in a negative way. I just want to state that these are my opinions on this particular bag, and I am not telling you that this bag is bad. I'm just saying that this bag does not work for me. And I, again, never want to keep somebody from trying something. When I purchase bags, I actually particularly love to watch videos about why someone is no longer keeping the bag, because I think it provides a devil's advocate as to what you might experience that won't go right with the bag. And I think it's just as important to know what won't go right as it is to know what will go right. So take my opinion and do with it what you will. I encourage you to try it if you'd like to. That's why I gave you the dimensions and an up close and personal look. I think it is an absolutely stunning bag, and I'm actually really sad to see it go. But ultimately, I believe a bag needs to work for you and your lifestyle, and this one is simply not working for me or mine. So it is going bye-bye, but I wanted to make sure that you got to see it. You got to see an up close and personal look at it. And hopefully, if you've been eyeing this bag, this definitely helps you in your purchasing process if you decide to go along with it. If you do, let me know what your thoughts are and what your carry experience is. I would love to start a conversation with you. That being said though, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. With that, I'm going to end the video and I'm going to bid you adieu. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I cannot wait to catch you in the next one. But until then, I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys!